I don't know if you know, but I take on a new neuroplasticity learning every year.
Mm-hmm.
And so in the summer of the pandemic, I was learning to play tennis again, which I had up until the end of high school, but then not since then. And it was so interesting to see that muscle memory and just the kind of mental memory come back as well. So my progress on that was quicker than if I had been trying to learn a completely new sport that I'd never played before. And I could see that, it's obviously very tangible. And then, there was definitely a period of time during the pandemic where this is extremely privileged, but I felt really depressed about the fact that I couldn't travel anywhere. And I sort of thought, I'm alive, I'm healthy, I'm actually in like nice surroundings, for being locked up at home. This is not okay. And can I do here what I've seen myself do with tennis? And so I basically did 6 months of being able to, with less effort, see all the positives in a day rather than focus on what wasn't happening that I wanted to happen. And a little bit like I said with the whole tipping point thing, I was working on it and it was fine. And then there was literally a moment where I kind of stepped outside and I just looked around at the flowers and the sky and the weather and thought, this is just so beautiful. I'm so happy to be here. And immediately recognized this is quite different to the way I had been thinking for a few months. And it's important to share with our audience that the strongest gearing of the brain is called loss avoidance or loss aversion. And that is a survival mechanism which makes us 2 to 2.5 times more likely to focus on loss or potential loss than the equivalent amount of reward or potential, gain. And so it is really easy to focus more on the things that aren't going right than the things that are. That's natural for us. So just flipping ourselves to noticing more the positive things because they are there. And even if they're not, then to take it to the next stage and bring more positivity into our lives is the mechanism of abundance, which is one of the 6 things, that I'm